Hello, YouTube. This is Jose's Football Talk, and I just want to do a match review of FC Barcelona versus Real Betis for the semifinal of the Super Cup of España. I wanted to talk about the game and how it went and what I think about it. It was a pretty good game. As a Barca fan, I was pretty nervous. Not gonna lie, I was really nervous. Barcelona started off pretty well, started the game off pretty well. The intensity was there. Dembele was on fire, honestly. Dembele, these past couple games after he came back from the World Cup, he's amazing. This guy is insane. I love this guy. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. This guy is amazing. Like, talented player. One of my favorite players on the team. Um, Makes me think how Dembele would have been, because now he's older, he's more polished as a player. He still has a long way to go with his decision making and finishing, but he's a lot more polished than he was when he first got here. I think he was what, 19, 20. He was a kid, he was a teenager. Um, how he could have played with Luis Suarez and Messi. If he was a more polished player, like the things, like it would have been insane. Like Liverpool probably would have never happened. Just we probably would have won one more Champions League by now. But that's in the past. It's whatever. There's no need to think about that. But the game was good. The first half was good. I think the first half was good. The players were doing pretty good. I feel like Lewandowski was pretty rusty because he hasn't been around. He hasn't been playing. Um, but he scored. He scored our first goal. The first goal Pedri scored. The assist from Rafinha was amazing. Rafinha's pass. I know there's some people that don't like Rafinha, but I think he's an amazing player. Well, not an amazing player. I think he's a good player that could evolve to an amazing player. He has that pass and he has a shot. He's not the same as Dembele where he dribbles and he's super fast, even though he is fast, but he's not as fast as Dembele or has that dribbling capacity. But I think he could do he brings something different to the team. Like some good passing, some. I think he's actually pretty decent at taking free kicks. He has a good left too. He could shoot with his left really good, so that's a plus. We were really good. Dembele, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. Well, Lewandowski was pretty quiet, but Dembele and Rafinha were attacking, and they were doing pretty good. But Lewandowski had a couple chances. He had one where he just completely missed the ball. He had like two where he tried to backheel it, which I don't get why he tried to backheel it. I think the first one he tried to backheel it. I think it was a good position for him to backheel, but he just completely missed it. But the second one just didn't make sense anymore. But yeah, the first half was pretty good. Dembele, Rafinha, Lewandowski, De Jong, Pedri. Pedri. I'm probably like the only one that's probably noticed this, or it's just my imagination. But I feel like Pedri seems a little bit slower than usual. I think maybe he's tired because he's been playing mostly every game. So I don't know if he's tired or I don't know what it is, but he seemed a little off today. Um, Hopefully, he could get some rest, or hopefully, these couple of days he could rest up, be ready for the final this Sunday. But yeah, he was still pretty good. The Young was pretty good too. Gabi was pretty good. Kunde was a little bit off. Sergio Roberto, bro. Sergio Roberto the whole time. I was nervous. I don't trust him as a player. He's a decent backup player. Like if a player gets injured, but for a starter, I don't think Sergio Roberto. He keeps me worried. And I feel like with Sergio Roberto, it just gives Araujo extra work to do because he doesn't feel comfortable with Sergio Roberto. At this point, just put Bellerin in. I think they're at the same level, except Bellerin is a lot faster. Um, Jordi Alba was decent. Araujo is a beast like always. And who was the other one? It's Oh yeah, that was it. That was the starting lineup. That was the back four. So yeah, good first half. Second half, like always, Barcelona, score the first goal. Second half, they start slowing down, like always. I don't get it. I don't know why. I don't know why they always do this. Then Real Betis tied. Then I think it was an extra time, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Ansu Fati scored a banger. Ansu Fati scored a banger. Oh, I forgot to mention Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, amazing game. He the reason we're in the finals is because of Ter Stegen. Now he did his job. He's a goalie. That's what he's supposed to do. But the saves he made were awesome. It was elite, top class, and Dembele was amazing today. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The second half, it was terrible. Like always, Barcelona slowed down. They don't have this ambition to score more than one goal. They stop after the first goal, which I think is pretty stupid. But then Ansu Fati, I think he scored on extra time, if I'm not mistaken. Beautiful goal. Jesus Christ, man. Beautiful goal. Like the way he shot it without thinking, the ball bounced off. I think it was Marcos Alonso on and it was beautiful. With his weaker foot too, his left foot, he didn't even think twice about it. He just shot it, and like that just shows like because I feel like Ansu Fati is getting a lot of crap because he got the number 10. He's the number 10 wearing Messi's old shirt. And the injuries, I feel like he's pretty nervous now. He's a little bit more nervous all the time when he plays, especially on the wing. I feel like he's scared to play as a winger now because I feel like he's scared to dribble. I feel like a lot of the time he's taking like the easy pass and not dribbling and taking on players because he's afraid he's gonna get injured, which I don't blame him. But I feel like as a striker, as a center forward, I think he has quality. He has quality to kill it. And he proved it today. He was there in the box in the area, kind of playing in that striker position, and he got the ball and shot it with his volleyed it with his weak foot and made an amazing goal. And unfortunately, though, like always, Barcelona has this bad habit of letting teams tie. So, the game ended 2-2. We went to penalties. We made our penalties. All of our penalties were made, so that's a good thing. I'm happy with because of that. Some of them were kind of close to being blocked, but they were still all made. And Ter Stegen pretty much saved the day today. I think he was man of the match. Pedri scored the winning goal. So it was a good game. I hope we win. I hope that, because usually when it comes down to it, Clásicos, Barcelona tend to play a little bit harder, tend to play a little bit better. So hopefully on Sunday, Barcelona could, not put the brakes on the game, after they score the first goal, just keep going at it and at it and at it and, not stop, not let Madrid tie the game, just win the game, get this cup, Yeah, I know it's the Super Copa de España, but still, it's still a trophy. Barcelona are trophyless. I think these young players need a taste, a trophy, to feel like winners, to get that confidence and actually feel like winners, because I feel like right now Barcelona has these young talents that are playing good, like Pedri, Gavi, Balde, players like that. We got even our players like Dembele, he's still pretty young, still has a lot going for him. We got a lot of players that need to taste the trophy to feel more confident, because they already know they're talented players, but they also need a trophy to feel like winners. And I feel like once we get a Super Copa, I think these players could push a little bit harder and be more confident in themselves. Especially or Kunde. Kunde's another player that's really young, but they need a trophy. They need a trophy. I feel like the Super Copa is important for the players, to get that taste of winning a trophy, bringing it back home, especially against our biggest rivals, Real Madrid. Um, I feel like if we get the Super Copa and we're doing pretty good in La Liga, if we get La Liga, the season's complete. I feel like we did a good job if we win La Liga, and if we get a Super Copa on top of that, it'll be a really good season. Hopefully we do pretty good in Copa del Rey. If we could win that too, our season is perfect. Um, I don't think we could win Europa League. I feel like we're not gonna win it because it's too many competitions. I feel like we should stick to Super Copa, Copa del Rey, and La Liga, and then maybe next year try to compete and get farther in the Champions League and go for another La Liga next year. But for right now, I think the three competitions, Super Copa, the final on Sunday, we got Copa del Rey, and we got La Liga. We should focus on that. Europa League, if we can, if we have like an outstanding season, then Copa del Rey will be amazing. Like it'll be the perfect season. Obviously, it would have been better if it was a Champions League, but what can we do? This is what we have now, Europa League. But hopefully, Super Copa. We get that Super Copa on Sunday, and we get this La Liga. Hopefully, we'll make it far in the Copa del Rey. If we could get the Copa del Rey, the season, honestly, I'll be so happy. Um, I also think if we win La Liga, this is like just a different topic. I think Lewandowski taking the risk to come Barcelona to a team that didn't win a single trophy last year. And if he comes in this season, wins us La Liga, because in La Liga he's been really important, wins us the Super Copa de España, and maybe clutch up a game in Copa del Rey. I think he goes into like legendary status in his first year because the risk he took, leaving Bayern, and going to a team that's going from a team that's won it all, that's competing well, that's doing everything in Europe, winning the domestic, like their league trophy, the Bundesliga, and they've won Champions League. They have a lot of potential. They got the players, players. They got a good project, going. To come to a team like Barcelona that has a new coach that's inexperienced like Xavi, which he is. He's inexperienced, and he's learning along the way. There's a lot of new players that have come in that, they're not used to playing the way Barcelona plays. They're still learning the way to play like Barcelona plays, and they're just learning how their teammates play and trying to build chemistry and taking that risk. I think there's very few players nowadays that do that. So hats off to Lewandowski if we get this, if we get the Super Copa. Hopefully we get La Liga. He'll go into legendary status for our team because what he's done in his first year. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Even though with that little rant at the end, but yeah, those are my thoughts, and hopefully you like the video. Catch you guys soon. Hopefully I'll do a match preview probably on Saturday for the Real Madrid, Barcelona versus Real Madrid for the final of the Super Copa de España. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. See you on Saturday, and you know, see you next time on Jose's Football Talk. And remember, please subscribe. Thank you.